The Fab Five, and just like that, a solid group right here. Can each of you give me one word to describe this season, season 3? SJP, you want to kick it off?
Juicy.
Hot.
A lot. Sweaty.
Wow. Cynthia.
Chiaroscuro, light and dark.
Ooh. Look at you, fancy pants.
Really sorry.
Apology accepted.
Well, that was easy. I'm gonna go now.
SJP.
Yes,
now
yes,
you and John
Rachel.
Corbett have been playing out Carrie and Aidan for 25 years now, since season 3.
Wow. That is bananas.
Isn't that bananas?
Yes,
Yeah.
you gotta stop doing that.
I mean, but you just can't quit the man, and he can't quit you.
Well, I had a great time.
But how hopeful are you that Carrie and Aidan are endgame?
Well, see, I know that the truth. So
Well, act as if you were a fan and you don't know going into season 3.
I don't want to be a total fraud about it. I love that they found their way, a workaround, this understanding, this 5-year sabbatical that they were going to take. I'm so thrilled they found a way back to each other. But, you know, we'll see. Not all plants can grow in New York City.
It doesn't come
not
without
all
its complications.
City plants can be replanted in the country. They might not thrive, so we'll see.
You're vibrant.
You and your neighbor kind of caught a little vibe there.
It's complicated with Aidan, but I'm trying to figure it out.
I really loved the Carrie Aidan relationship for the fans for 2 reasons. I think there's a huge split. Half of the people want Carrie to be with Aidan, and the other half want Carrie to be not with Aidan, meaning single. It's too complicated.
Right.
And what I love is the debate, and in the writing room, we were constantly going, his side, her side, his side, her side. We would write. So hopefully you're a little bit as torn as Carrie is through the entire thing.
It was a very fun season in lots of ways. There are big stories to tell, and I think we all were part of really big, fun, interesting, surprising stories.
I'm Miranda.
Hi, I'm Mary.
Oh, hi, Mary.
You are so pretty.
Cynthia, you get to work with the iconic Rosie O'Donnell
I
this
do.
season. How
I
excited
do.
were you to have that casting and get to play off of her?
I was thrilled. You know, Michael Patrick has been trying to get Rosie on the show ever since we started. He keeps writing parts that he hopes she'll play, and it hasn't worked out. But I have to say, the one we got her for was a great
What a
one.
part.
What a
So
wonderful, and it
Right.
and it sits on her so well.
Yeah.
Was it an immediate yes with her?
It was an immediate yes with Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah?
Partly because I knew Rosie back in the day. We both used to do stand-up, but mostly because she's so open and she likes the show. And we really wanted Rosie because I think she's a wonderful actor.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun with the character to show a new side of Rosie.
This character she plays, I'm like, what?
Something that you're not expecting.
Yes.
Michael Patrick King wrote a wonderful role for me, just one episode, and I had the greatest time of my acting career, and I hope that everyone enjoys it. I think that they're going to get a lot of laughs out of it.
And just like that, season 3 premieres May 29th on Max.
At my age, do I really want to be starting over?
Not interested.
Been there, you can't.
Nope.
Nicole and Sarita, we got some fresh meat in here this season. Y'all have a little flirtations going on with some new men. We got Mehcad Brooks. We got Logan Marshall Green. So how is this kind of like a throwback to maybe OG Sex in the City with these new gents in the picture?
This season is exciting. Yeah. Because every season for Seema is I'm in bed a lot, so it's not like it's not new news, but this season there was a fresh realness that I didn't see before in the writing for me in my love life, and I love playing it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It's okay to have a word crush, right?
Yeah.
What's with that selfie?
We took it to send to my second editor.
So it's threesome.
Who's having a threesome?
No one.
And Nicole, you have to work opposite Mehcad Brooks. Oh, how difficult.
And Chris Jackson.
Like I was about to say, LTW is so in love and so married to her
Yes.
husband. But like Makad on sight, okay? He is just a chunk of deliciousness. No disrespect to my actual husband, who is a mountain of deliciousness. But MBK even wrote it into the script, like the whole office is like, you know, his name's Marion in the show. Marion's coming, Marion's coming, Marion's coming. And I think it's a woman because of the name.
Right.
And then he walks, like, it's the full entrance, the full shebang. There's no denying it. This is going to be a problem.
It's
Tell you what,
you know,
you spicing it up this season,
we
mister.
spiced it up. I mean, because what's really exciting about the show is a lot of people live in New York City.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A lot of different people. And on our show, a lot of really sexy men live in New York City.
They certainly do.
I think because of the legacy of Sex and the City, it's easier to get a guy to step in and feel like, oh, I'm going to join that show for a minute.
Right.
It's just a great joy for us.
It's an easy sell, that's for sure.
It's an easy sell.
There's nothing like summer in New York City.
Of course, the fashion fierce. Just how fierce is this fashion in season 3? Sarita, was there one piece that you just really coveted and were dying over?
There was a piece, I think it was over 15 women from Colombia made this piece. And you know how like a couture piece arrives and we have to be very careful?
Right.
This was in my head worth $1 million. And I shot it in the dirtiest terrain, so I had to be super careful. But just the idea of like, someone in Colombia, their name isn't even known and will be. It just made me so happy.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone else who felt like they had a piece that they just, they were dying over this season?
I went to Red Rooster in yellow feather shoes.
That was good.
Oh, wow.
That was
And
Yeah, you looked amazing.
And MPK let us do Christopher Jackson and I walk to the restaurant. So the shoes did all the talking.
Because he saw the shoe and was like,
Yeah.
You had your Carrie strut
I
run
have a Carrie
moment.
She has her own strut.
I'm only gonna stay a minute.
I know, I love this dress. It's also very comfortable.
Did you see that recently Jenna Ortega rocked Carrie's newspaper dress?
That dress has found its new rightful owner. And
She was just borrowing it.
Well, meaning, but I say that metaphorically. I mean, it will go back as it did with us, and then somebody else will come along and have that same experience. I hope. It's an amazing dress, and she looked incredible in it.
I mean, Carrie Bradshaw does it best, and so does Jenna Ortega. Legend.
And going back to the storylines, they're so rich, they go deeper this season, and they're just so well-rounded for each and every one of you, which makes me wonder, how many stories are there to tell with these women? Could we see, and just like that, running just as long as Sex and the City? We had 6 beautiful seasons with you ladies. What do you think, Kristen?
I think sure. Yeah, because no one's story ever really ends, and we're just so lucky that we're all together telling these characters' stories all these many years later. We're so lucky and honored that we have our beautiful writers writing for us, and we're getting to continue their stories in unexpected ways. And I mean, when does life ever become unexpected? Never.
Or finished or
Yeah,
fixed.
right. So I think we could go on as long as we want.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Kristen, we are loving your Rewatch podcast.
Thank
right
you.
now.
Thank you so much.
How full circle, how kind of surreal too is it looking back while also being in the midst of filming and promoting this very new and exciting chapter?
Very, very surreal, I would say. That's a good word. I had never rewatched the show. I watched it in the beginning, when we would get the VHS tapes. Do you remember?
Oh my gosh,
Run
VHS.
home. Yeah, we'd run home to watch at least, I think, right?
Yes.
But I mean, you watched then, right? Didn't you?
Up to a point.
Right. I
And
think
then
you did
no
in the
more.
beginning, I felt like.
Yeah, I did it at the very
You had
beginning.
VHS?
Yeah,
Yes,
baby.
100%.
Meaning, I know that's what there was, but for you, where would you get them?
From the studio.
From the studio.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
even
it was early before it was on
embarrassingly
air.
have HBO.
Cynthia!
The show was on.
No, you didn't.
So that was the
It was
only way
expensive.
I ever watched
I
it.
love you.
I know, it's embarrassing.
Right.
I didn't have HBO forever. Yeah. It was a
I
luxury.
did.
It was
Yeah.
a
I had
luxury.
it. I had it
But
and loved
I
it.
think we had it by then, but we got tapes from the studio.
Early.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were rough. I recall that they were rough.
Yeah, they were rough because we wanted to
Yes.
see it as soon as possible.
Right. Which is why I stopped watching it.
Right, yeah.
Oh, because it was rough.
It wasn't helpful.